Hi, thank you and welcome to my channel. This message is actually in regards to twin flames coming into union and what you should expect or maybe anticipate, or just the signs that to let you know that you are actually at the point of where you're fully merged and fully in union. Now, it is something that is directly connected to your soul evolving. So if you have been working diligently on, your inner healing, your inner work, it depends on also your karmic history with your divine partner. If you have, depends on your storyline. So at some point, you guys are going to have to come together in order to either continue the healing process and just kind of complete the merging, or at the very least, as you come together, there's going to be, some more purging that needs to happen between the two of you, so that you can heal the rest of the karmic debt throughout the ages. But it all depends on your individual karmic history. But overall, there is intense emotional vibrations that kind of happens when you're at the brink of your union. You go through an extreme purge of emotions that are just truly lying dormant within you, that you have no idea. You could have been really at peace with yourself and moving along pretty well and having a balanced mindset, and then all of a sudden you can have this outpouring of emotions that kind of comes out of nowhere. And if you ask your subconscious energy to kind of relate to you what that is, then a lot of the times your subconscious energy will actually give you the revelation of past life information, or just things that maybe something that is connected to your present life situation in the past that's really a ripple from that past life. So a lot of the times, like I said in another video that I have about the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records doesn't always open up unless it's necessary for you to heal from that particular experience that you've experienced in this life, which is connected to a past life. And the reason being is because there could be new trauma that can open up within you if you actually reveal to yourself things that happened in your past lives that created the ripple in this life. So if you can find full acceptance of your now moments, it actually allows you to be able to heal even the things that you aren't aware of cognizantly throughout the ages, and you can still maintain and get the union without all of the details of what the ins and outs of your past lives with you and the divine partner that you have. Now, there is also a lot of destabilization of your energy. You could definitely feel a little bit, maybe you can come up with a little cold or get a little sick. It just depends on your body and how well you've been taking care of your body, because your light body is completely activating at this point when you're coming into union, and you're actually getting prepared to bind the soul together. Because with a twin flame union, the twin souls are actually split into two bodies. So it's just one soul, two bodies. Divine partnerships, not necessarily the case, but there's still the element of the merging and the combining, the synthesizing of the divine meats together. So it's not necessarily as intense when you are a divine partner as opposed to a twin flame. So if you are a twin flame, then you have to kind of prepare yourself for the energetic intensity that's going to come when you merge for your harmonious union. If you have been focusing, it doesn't mean I don't care how soon you've started the process or how long ago you've been on this journey. It's all about dumping your energetic gunk. It's all about keeping your vibration clear, cleansed, and addressing all of the karmic history that you have, learning all the lessons. And once you can acknowledge the lessons that you've learned, you've come to master yourself. This is all about self-mastery, self-discovery. Even with the divine partnership, you get to a point of where you are becoming more and more your authentic self, and you are less and less fearful of life and how things are going to attract to you. So you kind of level up in your abilities as well to manifest your destiny when you are prepared for union. You start to see just all kinds of manners of synchronicity happening, like a whirlwind. And also, when you're about to union, you can feel a little bit of energetic fatigue if you're a twin. Divine partners, possibly this, if depending upon how intense your energies are between the two of you. But most importantly for twin flames, there is an intensification of your own personal energetic field. Whereas you have to really stabilize it before you can actually come together with that person in the physical. And this is why separation is necessary when you're activating your light bodies, depending upon how much of a frequency output that you have as an individual. Because not everybody vibrates at the same level of frequency. We all have individual energy signatures. And these signatures can, like I've said it in previous videos, but I'll say it again. It's kind of like, a volume output with a stereo speaker or surround sound or MP3 player or maybe a stadium size, speaker system. Everybody vibrates at the highest levels that they can vibrate, is maxed out at whatever levels that they can max out at. So depending upon how highly charged you are as an individual will also depend on how highly charged your twin is as well, because you guys are mirrors. And this also includes with your divine partnerships as well. And to be honest with you, I honestly feel as though, what I receive from spirit is that twin flames who are actually twin split souls in, two different bodies, they actually carry a higher frequency output than those who are just going through divine partnerships. But that does not mean that you won't feel, the energetic shifts or energetic changes that happens when you come together, because you just have to kind of combine energies. And that combination in itself, it creates, it just creates a different type of vibration within you. You have to kind of allow yourself to be relaxed as these things happen, so that you don't overexert your own physical body while this is going on in the etheric realm. Because if you really think about this from the terms of how the nature reality is, we are all energy. Everything is energy. Nothing is actually in existence. Everything is vibrating. Everything is constantly moving. Quantum physics proves this. We know this through understanding and studying atoms, and we know that atoms aren't really made up of solid particles. There's a very minute fraction of a fraction of a fraction of actual solid substance in an atom. So if everything is made up of atoms, then nothing is really as solid as we think it is. And because of that, it is very much so all energy. And because of that, when you're getting with your twin flame or your divine partner, there's different types of there's an energy exchange that must take place in order to bind and combine those energies together, so that there is a smooth flow of energy between the two, entities that's carrying these vibrations. So depending upon how high of a vibration you are as an individual will depend upon how intense this phenomena will be when you do come together and that merge happens. Now, I can guarantee you, if you've experienced psychic phenomenon with your twin, such as telepathy or any type of astral projections, all kinds of different things, shared dreaming, various phenomenons that is that people don't necessarily commonly they commonly practice, but these things will actually intensify if you have experienced that with your twin already. There is already a telepathic connection between you and your twin, between the heart chakras. This is why also the ideas of actual twins who are born together, they connect with each other telepathically as well, and there's always a very keen sensing of each other, and there's a mirror there with you and your divine partner as well as your twin. If you're divine partnerships, then you'll be able to sense each other depending upon your own particular gifts. If you have psychic gifts, they will intensify, but if and you can definitely sense each other on a higher plane. But as far as with twins, these things really intensify and increase and magnify your gifts. So whatever it is that you already have, you'll kind of, maybe, I want to say, double it. It depends on where you are, in your own vibration though, but it will definitely pick up. And if you haven't unlocked any of your gifts and you're close to your union, then you'll start to notice different things start to activate within you. I've had people who I know and I can sense for them that they are close to their union. And a lot of my clients, they come to me with a lot of the similar things. So it's like right now I'm feeling there's a wave of unions that's taking place, because I'm seeing a pattern here. And a lot of them are actually starting to gain emphatic psychic skills, sensing people, things like that. And they're really hypersensitive to the energetic pulls. So a lot of the unions are really activating them in ways that they haven't been able to sense on their own. So this is really, truly a gift. And when you are working towards the healing and you're working towards cleansing, you are rewarded with the union. And you're rewarded with the true divine love, the loving presence that is reflecting in the soul that is able to uncover themselves as well to you. So it's all about being able to really dig deep within yourself, uncovering your soul for yourself, and loving that part of you, so that that part of you can reflect back to you in an individual or a being that is just as loving and can reciprocate that. But people are caught up in the dynamics of the relationship because they want a relationship so bad, but they neglect the fact that they have yet to see themselves fully. And a lot of the times people choose to point fingers and say, well, this is the reason why I'm not in union, because that person is not doing this, that person is not doing that. But then they fail to look at themselves in the mirror when they see their twin in the light that they see them. And this is why people continue to go in circles, never really learning the karmic lessons that's necessary for the twins to come together or the divine partners to come together. And then they remain in this cycle of anguish of desiring their twins and trying to fulfill that with, different karmic soulmates. And the thing about that is that if you have already started this journey of self-discovery and it led you to understanding the twin flames or divine partnership journey as well, you won't be able to stop this purging process. No matter how hard it is for you, no matter how much anxiety it gives you and how much you want to turn away from your twin or turn away from the idea of having the twin flame union, you can't turn away from this, because it's kind of like when you start to throw up, you can't stop throwing up until it's all out. So when you start to purge your energetic karma from past lives or even from this life, then you start that process of the healing, the soul healing, and it's absolutely going to continue until you heal the soul. And if you resist it, the resistance comes when you actually say, I'm going to turn away from this. I don't want it. But then you start to have increased intensified anxieties in other areas of your life. It will magnify those anxieties until you turn back onto the path in which you were called to walk, which is your union. Now, other people, sometimes get caught up in relationships, karmic dynamics with people, thinking that these people are their twins, and they get stuck in the cycle because they're so in tune with what everybody's saying, what it takes to be a twin or what it takes to have a divine partnership. You shouldn't really be looking on the external forces or external sources, I should say, to determine who is who in your life. The only way for you to determine that outside of you and your soul is to look at the astrology, because it's written in the charts. People need to understand that. The checklist that people give all the time on YouTube and online and everything like that, that was something that happened for them, and it was specific for their situation. And if you try to attach yourself to their situation, then you connect to their paradigm of thought, and then you potentially, lock yourself into a one way of thinking and one way of allowing, and then you can become stuck, especially if you're stuck on a pre-twin when you're not necessarily vibrating in a high enough essence for you to attract the true twin. So you have to really start to think about these things and really go within and start to heal Healing is the best way I can tell you for you to do it without needing confirmation from other people to tell you who's your twin and who's not. People like to go around and go to psychics and ask psychics, is this my twin? Is that my twin? Is this my twin? That my twin? I tend to not give people that answer due to the fact that, not in when I do a psychic reading, because I'm an empath and I can tap into energies, and the pre-twin energy is it mimics through and through the actual twins frequencies as well, if that person isn't healed enough to actually be in the realm of receiving their twin. So then you have other psychics that are out there that may be just as emphatic as I am, but picking up on pre-twin information and saying, oh yes, this is a twin, this is that twin. And people get caught up with holding on to karmic relationships that are devastatingly awful, that aren't necessarily rooted in true love, and that will never be rooted in true love, because it's all about the lessons, because they're holding on to a paradigm of thought about this person being their twin. And they're wasting time and not being able to get into full union, going through runner chaser dynamics all the time with someone who isn't necessarily karmically meant for them beyond the lessons. And so it's necessary for you to uncover your soul. It's necessary for you to heal your own soul so that you can know for yourself through and through with inside of you that this is the person that you are going through the healing to end up with. And if not, you have to be willing to let people go. You have to be willing to let go of the idea, if even the person that you think is your twin, let go of that idea and watch how the universe will actually bring forth the actual truth. If that person will actually uncover themselves and become that person that you desire for you, and you will actually start to see the reflection fully and clearly. And if you are really anxious about that, I would only trust someone who can actually see it in the stars or know it. If you understand astrology and you can see it for yourself, great, then go with that. But outside of the astrology, there is really, really a great chance, if you're checking with psychics, I don't care how great they are. I'm a very good psychic. I have impeccable ratings. You can check my Facebook page. Everyone I read for, they always give me 5 stars. If I've ever read for you, it's always going to be an accurate reading. But even with that, I have come to understand from source and being able to tap into the energies, especially when I've been able to tap into an energy from people who actually are in between two people, one the twin and one not the twin. There is always that energy vibration that is very similar, and it's hard to distinguish who's who for someone else, especially if that someone else is not necessarily, they're projecting the love between the both people, or they're projecting that love back to the pre-twin. So it's really difficult for an empath, as accurate as empaths are, in a lot of ways, we could still make an error. And in my own journey, I do not want to give any incorrect information. I tend to want to make sure that I am giving as accurate information as possible. So I don't even trust the energies that I feel, because it's based on the person that I'm reading for and where they are in their own particular healing. And not all the time, people who come to me for healing, they're actually vibrating in the essence where they should be in order to receive a twin. So with all of that being said, it's just important for you to know who you are through and through, and then understand that reflection within the person that you're looking at to be your twin, because the unions will happen. The unions can happen, but it will not happen if you're trying to union with a pre-twin or if you're neglecting your healing. So if you like, I will be more than happy to assist with that. I will continue to do twin flame compatibility report readings even after I stop doing the private tarot card readings. I haven't decided at this time when I will stop doing the private tarot card readings, because I know that it's very beneficial and it's very helpful for those people who have immediate questions and need immediate answers as to whatever it is that they need to do to, quantum jump in their healing from wherever they are at this moment. Those are generally the things that happen in the readings that I give. But, with my schedule changing, I may or may not be able to continue to keep up the private readings with the tarot cards, but I will certainly continue to do the astrological chart healing readings. I also offer karmic healing astrological readings for the natal chart readings for the individual, because ultimately, you have to understand why your soul was brought to this existence. And you cannot know that unless you know where your soul originated from and how the path that it took to get here. And it's all written in the stars. Everything is. So whatever it is that you need to work on, even the things that you've probably already experienced in life, all of that is charted in your karmic history through the stars. And if you can find, even if it's not with me, find an astrologer who can understand these things and can really read it for you in a way where you can actually receive healing from it, not just knowing like a horoscope of what's going to happen next, but more or less seeing the details of your life in a way where you can actually understand your energies and the intensities of the energies you're working with, so that you can learn how to balance those energies, because you're already tuned and fine-tuned based on your astrological chart. You're pretty much, your energies are already in tune with certain planetary alignments, and this is what creates behavior patterns and also creates circumstances and situations in your life automatically. So unless you're cognizant and aware of these things, then you won't be able to kind of fine tune it and heal it. So this is why it's important for you to get an astrological natal chart reading by someone who actually understands these things and can give you the healing process on how to complete that karma that's there for you. And if you can complete that karma that's there for you, then you can open up the doors to having all the things that you desire, because it's only until then that you can master yourself, is when you can master your destiny. You master your destiny when you master yourself. And mastering yourself is understanding the energies that you're dealing with and understanding how to balance those energies and keeping them in check at all times. And if you can do that, then you can successfully create the life that you desire, including your divine partnership. Okay, so like I said, I'm still offering private tarot card readings. If you like a read from me, please look in the details below. I'm available until I make the announcement that I'm no longer available. I will still continue to offer the karmic healing natal chart readings for the individual. That's listed in the details below. Check that out if you're looking to really progress towards this healing, because it is something that is totally beneficial. Everybody that I read for, they give me great feedback. It's completely accurate, and it's always in resonance with them, and it helps them to heal and gets them on their journey. And I've helped a lot of people manifest a lot of things in their life. So, and it's really truly based on your mindset, and also understanding the energies that the underlying energies that you are not aware of, that's kind of preventing you from breaking through to your destiny. Then I will still continue to offer the twin flame compatibility report. So if you are just unsure and you need that confirmation, or if there's just someone in your life that you just can't let go of and it's giving you a lot of anxiety, check out my pre-twin video, because there's some information about that, so that you can know the difference between a pre-twin and an actual twin. Sometimes there's a lot of confusion between you and the pre-twin. So you really, but you're holding on to them because you really just believe in the paradigm of the runner and chaser dynamic. It doesn't have to be that way. So you have to really kind of come to an understanding of that. If you can't uncover it with your soul and you're having difficulty with that, I can help you. Check out my twin flame natal chart compatibility report. It's very extensive. I will give you a definite yes or a definite no to help you conclusively determine what you're working towards. And you have to be really prepared to receive either answer, because at the end of the day, this is about your highest good. And if you are actually looking towards your highest good and you really want the highest love, you have to be willing to surrender to the fact that maybe you could be wrong about the person that you are actually looking towards. And then if you can do that and release and surrender, then you can actually open up the doors to receive the fullness of the truth that you desire, which is the true love and your destiny. And that's all that I have for you at this time. So I wish you all the best. If you want to work with me, I'm available. If not, please seek someone that resonates with you fully through and through, and work with them, and only work with them, because you're working with too many different people, you're combining with too many different energies, allowing too many people to tap into your energies will only confuse you, because this is about you discovering you. And the journey to that is keeping it simple as possible, because there's a lot of pitfalls and traps if you don't, and you could potentially run into someone who will direct you in the wrong way just because of the fact that you're not trusting in yourself. Okay, so pay attention to that, and take care of yourself. Until next time, namaste.